My name is Ivor McGettigan. I chair Tamimi's Education Sector Group. That's a group of dedicated lawyers across offices, across disciplines, whose passion is education. We advise education stakeholders from Cairo to Baghdad across a whole plethora of issues that they face in the education sector. There are so many things happening in education right now. It's a really exciting space to be in. Top of the agenda, I think, across the entire region are the three magic letters PPP. Public-private partnership is going to become the preferred model for the delivery of education, particularly public education. So we're seeing some really interesting developments in Abu Dhabi, have the charter schools development. Dubai has a development recently called Dubai Schools, affordable options for students in Dubai. Egypt, in the new administrative capital, are talking about PPP in a big way. Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia are building so many schools via this new delivery method. And currently, some of the thinking around the model is that it's building physical schools, bricks and mortar, but we see that moving on to operational as well. In fact, in the UAE, it's already gone into the operational model. So fantastic time to be in the education space if you're an operator. Other exciting developments include EdTech. You know, we can't have a conversation without mentioning EdTech. It's an absolute buzzword. Interesting in this part of the world, you know, you would look at the UAE and most commentators would say it was probably number one, number two in the world in EdTech pre-COVID. Obviously everyone is into EdTech now, so the UAE was well positioned to move online. It was quite seamless. Other jurisdictions are catching up. They're doing a great job, but there's good opportunities in the EdTech sector as well. So Saudi Arabia is a fascinating market for all kinds of things, but particularly in the education sector. 80% of the GCC student population reside in Saudi Arabia. It traditionally did not have much in the way of international schools. In fact, the reason for that was due to foreign direct investment laws. They have been overhauled, and now you can have 100% foreign ownership of schools in Saudi Arabia. So this is an area of huge interest to international operators, and we would look particularly at US operators and UK operators. US is the number one destination for Saudi graduates who go abroad. 80,000 a year go there. So from a Saudi perspective, there's a added value for US curriculum schools, and we're dealing with a number of them now in relation to setting up in the kingdom. Egypt's a really interesting market to Tamimi and Company. It's a country of 92 million people. Culturally, they put a huge emphasis on education, and we're seeing some incredible changes over the last number of years. Top of the agenda, I suppose, would be the international branch campuses. The government announced a few years ago that no new university would be licensed unless it had a collaboration agreement with one of the leading international universities. Proudly, Tamimi and Company assisted a number of universities setting up branch campuses in Cairo. A number of governments were very quick to pounce on this opportunity. The British government was one of the first. The German government have also signed MOUs, the US as well. So it's a very exciting space, particularly when you consider they're building an entire new capital city, which will require a lot of education infrastructure. So that's really exciting to us. Number two on Egypt is K-12. There are a number of international schools there, but as a percentage of the school-going population, it's tiny. And as a nation that prides itself on sending their children to top schools, there's going to be a huge number of opportunities for international operators to move in there at the right price point and with the right model. So we like to think that we take a leadership role in relation to what we're doing in the education space with our clients. That involves a number of initiatives. We obviously do the legal work, which is to be expected. Beyond that, we also do a number of other initiatives, including fostering greater collaboration within education. So that looks like setting up a higher education forum in the UAE, for example, where we get together the top 7 universities and have networking events and sharing best practice with their vice chancellors, and really trying to create a conversation about what's in the best interest of the education sector. We support higher education institutions from A to Z, be it employment advice, litigation support, real estate, on-campus issues. Tech transfer is a key part of what we do, and we also have pro bono offering where we help universities with their students in accelerators and incubators, where we help them set up their companies and give them legal advice. In conclusion, there's so much to be excited about in the education sector in the Middle East and North Africa. From EdTech, PPP, Saudi Arabia, a huge market that was untapped and is now coming on stream. Egypt, 92 million people, a voracious appetite for education. There's so much to look for, there's so much to see. So I hope you can join the Tamimi education team on this incredible journey.